AEG Vision Store in Florissant, Missouri. We've been asked to camera the line. I've already been out 150 feet. We're in a strip mall here. This is the only bathroom. They're due for a makeover sometime either this month or next month, and they've got the toilet in the list. So when I got here, I've got pictures shown, but this is what we're dealing with here as far as the toilet. They've got an offset in it right now, and they've had those two gaskets on top. I mean, it wasn't leaking, it was flushing fine when I got here, but when they do the remodel and they get into this floor here, because you got one layer of VCT and then you've got this other tile, when they get into this and strip out the flooring, they'll need to replace this flange at that time with a new offset. It needs an offset to get it away from the wall. It's pretty tight right now, so you need to be 12-inch on center here, so that's why they've got the offset. Anyway, I've already had the camera in. There's a lot of, I apologize right now, they didn't have any good cameras today, so this might be a little shaky here and there. As soon as we go in the line, we've got two big turns. That's part of the problem here, and this old toilet is just not flushing at all. I mean, it's got a really weird flush to it. It needs at least a 3-inch flush valve on the new toilet. The one that's currently installed is a 2-inch. They could use a lot more water flow to go ahead and get it through all this backwards and forth. I haven't seen any of the any kind of a break. You can see here all the snake marks on this pipe. I haven't seen any standing water in it, and again, I apologize for the camera. I've got a little bit of a separation here, but it's not a separation. It looks like it is a reducer, because this doesn't appear to be a break. Almost looks like a reducer sleeve here. That's what they've got going on. That is what it is. It's a reducer sleeve. As you can see it on both sides. So that could be part of the holdup sometimes, but right now this line is completely clear. I've gone through everything. Like I said, I ran out 150 feet, but with the so many backwards and forth routes, it's good glue joints. I'm not seeing any breaks, separations, or big sags. I just see a lot of turns in the beginning, and with this toilet having such a weak flush, that could be some of their issues. This pipe goes on, like I said, I ran 150 feet. I'm all the way outside of the store's realm. At the end of the 150 feet, I think I'm off the store's property at about 80 feet, 60, 70, 80 feet. Here the pipe changes, as you can see just from the water flow there on the bottom section. No standing water, no separations in tiles. This is pretty deep too, under the top level. No standing water at all though in here. Shouldn't be any reason for it to be continuously backing up other than this flange here in the beginning. Here's another one from another store next door. See, we're already at the other store where it brings into the, so we're already off of AG's property. The glue joint, I mean, it looks good. I'm not seeing any breaks, any sags. Again, I apologize for the video. All those turns early on make it hard to push this cable in. This is going to be yet another store's inlet there, or a vent. There again, no breaks, no paper in the line. If you were seeing anything, you would see water in the bottom of the line, but it's got a good fall. There's another store on past. I'd say there's probably 12 stores in the shopping center. No brakes. Trying to hold this as steady as I can for you while I'm doing this, but pretty tough. Like you see, there's just long chutes here. Right here you start to see just very little in the bottom, very little in this section, as you can see. And you can see the water flow on both sides of the pipe there. Normally you would expect to if they've had issues like this. I really believe that the issue is in the toilet and the offset flange. They've only got a 2-inch flush valve on this toilet. I would recommend going back with a Champion 4 and replacing the flange down there to a new offset. That offset in the hole right now is just really old. That's either another vent. I believe that's going to be a vent. Again, no brakes. Nothing more than probably 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch worth of water in the bottom, which wouldn't stop any flow. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and turn on the sink here. We'll see how long it takes to get flow. Right here is 100 foot off property, which is probably 2 to 3 stores down, and still nothing in the line. If there ever is an issue here, it's going to definitely be off of their property. Again, I think the issue is going to be this offset and the really small flush valve on the old toilet here. That needs to be at least a 3-inch flush valve, if not a 4-inch flush valve from a Champion 4. That'll help get the water down in a more powerful flush. I believe that flange right there definitely needs to be removed. And you see they've got partials on sides and everything else. It's been an issue. But until the floor comes up, until you establish a real floor height here, you can see the concrete underneath it is kind of blown out, so there's making that new offset fit, you're going to have to grind a little bit of concrete and to get it to sit in there properly. But I think that's going to be the issue. Right now, kind of hard to tell, but we've got water flow coming by the camera. You can see it right there. It's all clear water, but the water's traveling good from the sink down. I think the problem they're having with this toilet is going to be the offset and a small flush valve. So we're going to locate for sure, but I'm going to be on another store's property, otherwise we would locate. There's the water flow here from the sink running. And that's about how much water you would expect to see in the line with it constantly flowing. But we're not having any breaks or backups or anything like that. And like I said, we're already off the property here by probably 60 feet. So I guess that's as far as we're going to run with the camera. We're not having any kind of backups here. Anything past this point is definitely off of AEG's property. So we're going to go ahead and pull the camera back. No backups, no breaks in the lines, no sags prior, and we got good water flow. And we believe the issue to be the toilet flange, offset toilet flange with a small flush valve on an old toilet.